Hey guys, it's Taeyeon here with the last episode of the Mentality series, episode 6. No more after this, but I will continue doing mentality-based videos and VOD review-based videos on this channel, hopefully in the future. So let's go ahead and get things started. There's a very counteractive mindset that most players have, especially experienced veterans of the game. They feel like they're entitled to a certain way of play. They think they're entitled to play a very meta, structured game. They think they're entitled to have teammates who communicate exactly what and how they expect them to. They think they're entitled to a victory or to outplay their opponents. That's not how the game works. That's not how any of this works. This is fighting. If you let your guard down, you deserve to be punched in the face. If you are out of position, you deserve to die. If you go in without your team, you deserve to die and potentially lose objective time. You are also not entitled to have mannered, value-based opponents. They may be assholes, they may be good people, who knows? They can play dirty, they can deceive you. In fact, they should deceive you. You should expect cheese and be relieved when you can play a cookie-cutter game if that's what you like. So expect the Reinhardt Bastion Mercy combos. Expect a random Widow or Hanzo pick to snipe you from across the map. Expect the offensive Bastion. Let your opponents be your teachers. When you lose or struggle to win a game, it's due to your enemy taking advantages of your weaknesses. Your opponents are showing you where your weaknesses are. You just need to listen to them. When entering a game, waiting for it to start, or even in queue, accept the fact that you will make many mistakes that game. You can make peace with yourself in knowing that you will make mistakes in this game. Some may cost you an objective, some may only cost you 20 HP. Come to terms with the fact that you are not perfect, so that when you do end up making those mistakes, you've already dealt with them mentally, and you can focus on continuing with the game. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but here's another way to think about it. Competitive, or I will refer to it as comp, is exercise. You don't practice the game in quick play and go into comp when you're ready. I ran into someone in one of my comp games who was saying just this. I said I was practicing, and they said something along the lines of go into quick play for practice. Well, you're never going to be ready because ready has no limit. Will you ever be ready to face the top Korean team in comp by only playing quick play until you're ready? No. You use quick play to get familiar with the mechanics of a hero you've never played before. Competitive is your true training. It's your exercise. If you went out for a jog every day for a year, would you expect that every day you leave the house you would run further than the day before? Of course not. Some days you will not go as far. Some days you might barely pass your previous mark. It varies. The idea is that over a long period of practicing, you will see improvement not day to day, but gradually over time. Every month might be just a little bit better than before, but you will have days within that month where your performance was lacking. Treat comp the same way. Individual games do not matter. What matters is your difference in your skill level over the season. So when you're losing a game and you start to feel upset, realize it's one in hundreds or maybe even thousands of games that you'll play, and it's insignificant to the big picture. What matters is that you're putting in the practice needed to improve. Now on to the next big topic is respect. Respect is very important in Overwatch as well as all life in general. Imagine you were in a coffee shop and you see someone with an Overwatch hat or t-shirt. You instantly feel a connection to that person. You might strike up a conversation, maybe just compliment them, or you might just keep your thoughts to yourself. But most of the time, it's going to be a positive feeling towards that person. It's a good community. People who like similar games tend to get along great. Don't let that change over a computer. As a player, you can always choose to be mannered, but you cannot force your opponent to be mannered. If they want to be rude, they will be. Simply mute them and continue your game. You gain nothing from sharing in the toxicity. How can you complain about a teammate's actions that negatively impact a game when your toxicity also negatively impacts it? What's it to help to worry about what others do, say, or feel when you can't control it? We'd all love to have a nice, happy community 100% of the time, but that's not what we get. You can't change people, just show them respect, and if they do continue to be toxic, you can mute them and continue on. The last thing I want to touch on is getting a mentor. Find someone who's also interested in learning the game on a serious level. They don't have to be a higher rank than you. They don't have to be even the same rank as you. You can get someone who's a lower rank than you even, and just have them watch your gameplay and find areas where you need to improve. They need to hold you accountable for your mistakes. They may not always give the correct information, but accept everything they say and evaluate it based on its own merit. If they say you should have focused the Rhine here for whatever reason in a team fight, maybe they're wrong, maybe they're right. You need to take the information they provided you and evaluate the situation objectively and derive the best response that you can. Think of the mentor as someone who is simply making you more aware of your decisions and letting you decide where the mentor is right and where you need to change, and where the mentor is wrong and either you need to make a different change or you'll reinforce your current decisions. Never discredit them on anything they say without fully evaluating the situation and hearing their reasoning. So get a mentor who can watch your gameplay and give you tips. And with that, I will conclude the Mentality series officially. I will likely do more videos in the future relating to the subject, like I've said, but these are guidelines in which we should all follow. I suggest rewatching these videos and taking notes if you haven't already. There was a lot of information covered in this series, and it's important that you don't forget it. Maybe just take some bullet points on an index card and leave it by your monitor, or have it on a notepad and just alt-tab to your notepad in between games, and remind yourself on the areas where you need to improve. I've given you all the information needed to help you improve as people and as players, but ultimately it's up to you to decide how to use it. I hope it's been of great use, and that we together can make this community a better place. Thank you all for watching. This is Taeyeon. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you later.